I'm kind of tired of gay guys, and I'm gay, so I guess I can say it. Today, it's a great day to talk shit about guys, and I need some kind of relief, something lighthearted to talk about because it's been a hell of a week, hell of a month, I dare to say. Guys who did me dirty, not just any guy. Like, there's a reason why we're talking about them. And again, with the sunglasses, because it's kind of cool. I don't know. First of all, we have this guy who I don't know why, but he felt like the audacity because we just had a hookup. It's been a while since I've done hookups, but some weeks ago I met with someone. He was in an open relationship. Good for them, but it's not what I was expecting. And so it just became a hookup because he was not open to anything else. And it's fine. It was fun. Every now and then people need this thing to happen to the stress, like to let it all out, let's say it. It's been fun. It was a win-win situation. Nothing wrong with that. What happened later, maybe I'm a bit delusional. I keep saying that in my mind there's a movie going on about my life, and I know that that's not reality. So please, 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 if I'm being delusional, let me know in the comments below because I need someone to stop me. It was back in Spain. I was talking with this guy that I'm living in Finland, in Helsinki, and I like it. I don't know if it's gonna be my forever place, but for now, it is my place. But I'm originally from Spain, so I was there on holidays, and it just happened that I met this guy. And then you know how these things go. So one thing led to another. We ended up in bed. Again, nothing against it. It was fun for the both of us, I think. And then days later, not even a week later, I want to say, he texts me saying that he wanted to meet again, but I was not feeling it. Like, I'm not looking to meet with people that are in an open relationship because I'm looking for something serious. Every now and then, a hookup is fun, but it's not what I want to do right now with my life. So I was like, oh, it was really nice meeting you, but I don't know if I want to meet again for now. He was really cool about it. And then another day, he texts me saying, oh, you have to come to my place because I need to tell you something. I'm like, why would I come to your place? We just met once. Like, he was super nice, nothing against the guy. This is my perspective. The guy was super cool. But yeah, he was like, you need to come to my place because I need to tell you something. I'm like, I'm not coming to your place. You can tell me something here on Tinder if you want, but I'm not coming. We just met once. And again, it was fun. He's nice, but I don't think we're on that position. We're not friends. Nothing against the guy again. And he told me, yeah, so I'm coming to Finland in September and I'm living in Finland. And I was a bit shocked, to be honest, because when we met some weeks ago, he didn't mention that he had intentions to visit Finland. And now that we met and I said that I am from Finland, it just happens that he books the flight to Finland. Again, maybe I'm a bit delusional, so please clock me, but I think it's a bit weird. I don't know why. And now he puts me in this uncomfortable position because I would like to meet him, but I don't know what his intentions are. If he wants to stay at my place, if I should show him around like the 2-3 days that he's gonna be here. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. But please let me know if it's just me that I'm feeling like main character and absolutely everything is about me. Please clock me out because I need it every now and then. The second guy, I will try to make it really short because there's a lot of context to tell, but I don't think it's needed for the story. So basically, I met this guy like 2 years ago, I want to say 1.5 years ago, and we matched on Tinder. We were talking for a month or so, and then he came to my apartment because he was not living in this country. He's still not living in this country, but he came to visit me because it happened that he was coming to Helsinki, and he stayed in my apartment. I want to say like for 4 or 5 nights, like almost a week. And what happened was that we both liked each other, and he wanted to try to make it work as a long distance relationship, but I don't think long distance, I don't want to do long distance, period. I don't think it's for me. That's it. If it works for you, that's great, but it's not a thing for me. So we decided to just be friends, and that's completely fine. So we were still talking quite a lot, I want to say, maybe not often, but sending voice notes of 10 minutes every now and then. And it was good. I thought he was a good friend. So a year and a half later or so, I finally got the tickets to go visit him because the first time he came to visit me. So I'm like, okay, we're friends. We've been talking for a while. And just as friends, I like to travel. So why not go visit him? So I booked my trip to Dublin. Why not say it? It was, I think it was a week before the actual flight that I was going to see him. He texted me saying that since he's in a relationship now, even if we are just friends, he doesn't feel comfortable seeing me and he doesn't want to give his current boyfriend reasons to be jealous. I guess like the reasoning was nice, but this doesn't change the fact that I was going to Dublin to see him, to spend time with him, and he just said that he didn't want to see me, basically, and then I could not stay at his place because he was going somewhere else with his boyfriend. And I fully understand his reasoning. Like, we were trying to build something together, and now he's with someone else. So, to protect this relationship that he has now, he wants to cut ties with me, basically. He doesn't want to cut ties, but he was not gonna be in the city when I was gonna be in that city, and the whole point of me going there it was to be with him as friends. So I understand his reasoning, it makes sense, but this doesn't change the fact that I had the flight tickets and now the whole journey changed completely for me. Like, it was supposed to be visiting a friend, but now it was just going to a city and visiting the city, which is completely fine. I really like to travel, but I was not expecting that, and I think it's really rude of him and inconsiderate of him to just do this. Again, I understand his position, but for me, he just left me hanging, and I don't think that's nice. And recently, he's trying to reconnect because I hate when I need to go back and forth with someone, especially on WhatsApp, on text. So what I decided, I think, is quite mature. So I made my peace. I sent a quite long text to him explaining why I think that he's doing the wrong thing. And I understand his position, but for me, it's not working, basically, because I was gonna visit him and now he's not gonna be in the country. And we talked about this for a really long time. I really explained how I felt, then he really explained how he feels, and he wanted to maintain the friendship. But now I'm at this point where if you want me around, you have to treat me well, or at least not do me dirty. And I feel like he did me dirty, so I didn't reply to the text because it was pretty clear how I felt with the first one, and I just got all communications. But recently he tried to reconnect, and for now I'm not replying. Maybe in the future, because I don't want to go into this back and forth again. But yeah, I feel like it's quite shitty behavior, like to make plans. Okay, you have a boyfriend, but can you not explain that we are just friends and we've been talking about meeting for such a long time? Why now are you going somewhere else? I don't know. I hate when people change completely when they are with someone, and I feel like this is really, really shitty. I don't know how else to explain it. There's a lot of tea, I guess. It's not that deep when I say it out loud. I guess this kind of things is when you feel it, when you go through it, it feels like a lot. But then when you put it out there and when you explain it, it's not that deep. But I guess it's kind of fun. I don't know. So another guy, I'm not gonna name him, but I feel like he's, I don't want to say the worst person in the world because this is really dramatic and I don't want to be dramatic, but he's up there because there's someone, maybe it's also me, that I think when I hook up with people or when people have interest in me, maybe I create this parasocial relationship in my head and it's not happening on the other person's mind, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'll try to make it short. But basically, I was hanging out with this guy like I want to say 5 years ago or something, a long time ago, and he was cool, and we had a nice thing going on. It was nothing serious, but we were kissing every now and then. I think we hooked up a couple of times, but we were just kind of friends with benefits, I want to say, and it's completely fine because we were both single, we were not hurting anyone, and our relationship was on and off because we were not living in the same city, but every now and then we were talking like, how are you, blah blah blah. So after, I don't know, I want to say 2 or 3 years without talking, I matched with the guy on Tinder, and we were both like, "Ah, it's funny that we matched. Like, how are you doing? It's been a while. It would be good to catch up." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's meet up. Why not? Blah blah blah." And then I said something personal that happened recently, like a family member passing away. I have other videos about it. I don't want to explain the whole thing all over again. I guess check here. I don't know if this works. If you can put it here, editing mark. I told him what happened, but I was down to me, like basically saying, I'm going through it, but you were really nice to me. We had a nice thing going on, so why not catch up and talk over some coffee or a beer? And he just left me on red. And you would think, okay, maybe Tinder is not working properly sometimes. I'm like, yeah, it might be. But we were talking both on Tinder and on WhatsApp. And I think that's a bit up, to be honest. When you're talking with someone, you're like reconnecting, you're talking about the past, like some anecdotes and stuff, and a really nice mood, at least from my side. And then I tell him something like this, like it's serious that I'm going through it, and then he just disappears. Maybe for him it was just fun, just having a good time with a guy, and that's it. I thought we were friends, but maybe not. And when I said like the deep stuff, he was like, "Oh my god, this is too much for me. I just wanted to hook up or have fun, so I'm not dealing with the deep things," which is really tough when you say it out loud. But it happened. I don't know. What I'm trying to say with this video, like with these anecdotes, I guess, is that I'm kind of sick of guys. I'm kind of sick of gay guys, but I'm gay, so I'm kind of stuck with meeting gay people. And if I want a family at some point, like marrying someone, having kids, and all of that, I have to keep meeting guys, like gay guys. But I swear to God, lately it's been like one disappointment after another, and it feels horrible. And I'm also trying to be really conscious, like don't blame the people around you, like also be accountable and try to think if I've done something wrong in these situations, which it might be true that I've done things that I haven't realized that were fucked up and were wrong. But I don't know, when I think about the specific three situations that I just talked about, I'm like, I know it's just weird. And oh my god, fuck man. And another thing, I don't know if this guy is gay. Again, I'll try to keep it short because the video is getting long. But I went to Spain for almost a month, and I was subletting my apartment to someone else because I wanted to make extra coin, because I'm paying the apartment in a country that I'm not staying for the time being. So why not trying to compensate a little bit the rent money, because I have to pay anyway. This guy is super nice. He stayed before in my apartment and he cleaned it, like he really took care of absolutely everything. And this time as well, so he stayed here for almost a month in this exact apartment, and it was fine, and we talked and everything was great. He paid on time. He's amazing. But 2 or 3 days later, after he returned the key, no, he didn't return the key, because I live in this place that it's kind of a hotel, so I make him an extra key, like an extra card, because since I live in a hotel, kind of, it's difficult to explain. But I can talk with reception and they can make an extra key and give it to him. That it was supposed to give him access for the days that I told him. So he was here for July. So I said, give him access for July. That's it. Once it's August 1st, the car should not work. And then, so everything was great. When he left, we said goodbye and we hugged and all of this. And a couple of days later, it was maybe 11 p.m., which in my head is like 1 a.m. because every time I'm going to bed more earlier. And yeah, it was like 11 p.m. I was chilling in my bedroom, completely naked, with my headphones, listening to music or watching some podcast or some TV show. And all of a sudden, you imagine, like, I want you to imagine you're completely on your own, on your safe space, and the last thing going through your head is that someone is gonna open the door and watch you naked and chilling. So that's exactly what happened. I was chilling, again, 11, watching something with my headphones, and I don't know why or how, from the corner of my eye, I see some light, I see some movement, and slowly I go see, and it was the door, this door, that it was opening, not slowly, like kind of fast. And at the beginning, I was going slow because I didn't know what was happening. But all of a sudden, I was like, oh my God, like there's someone, the door is opening, and it shouldn't be like that because I'm the only one with the key and I'm the only one living here. So it was this guy that apparently, so he stayed in my apartment for a month. So 2-3 days later, he rented another apartment in the same hallway, in the same building, in the same hallway, but just 2 or 3 rooms to the left to mine. But when he was trying to access his new apartment, since he was living in mine for a month, he tried to open my door, because I don't think he did it on purpose. I'm not blaming him, because when you've been doing something, like imagine every day you're going to one place and then some days later you're doing the same journey, but now you're going to another door. So I'm not blaming him, it happens. So instead of going to the new apartment, he went to my apartment. He was just used to it. The fucked up part is that, so he had 2 keys at this point. This is also my bad because I didn't ask for the key back, but still it shouldn't be working, because if I say at the hotel that it should work for just this time, they should put it for just this time, but apparently it doesn't work like that. Now I know. So he tried to open my door. He succeeded on opening my door, and I was just chilling here with my headphones and stuff. I got so scared when I saw that someone opened the door, and at the beginning I didn't know who he was. I just saw someone opening the door, but not doing any movement almost. He was just standing there. But of course I freaked out, and I don't know what he said because I was with my headphones, so he just closed the door really quick. I guess he was saying sorry, I don't know. So when he closed the door, I just stood up, I put some pants, I put some clothes, and I went outside to see what was going on, who was that person. And I felt some kind of relief when I saw that it was him, but I was a little bit freaked out as well, because why does he have access? Why is he trying to enter my room? Like, I get it, he might be confused, it was not his intention, but why is the key working? And he was explaining, no, I just sublet the apartment like 2 doors by your apartment. And yeah, I must have tried with the other key because I got used to coming to your apartment. And I'm like I was not expecting to have a conversation with someone at that time, at that moment. So I was not basically answering, I was just shocked. And by the end, he just said, you can have the key, because I should not have it. And I'm like, yes, thank you. And he just went to his new apartment. I'm not saying the guy did anything wrong. I'm just saying that it was weird as I was not expecting it at all. So yeah, I don't know if this guy is gay, but I'm gonna put him in the same category for the sake of this video. And I think that's it, because these are the most important stuff. I'm checking my list of guys who did me wrong, because then there's other things related to Tinder, but I feel like it's not that exciting. So really quick, just briefly mention that there's this guy who I was trying to meet, but he was really insisting on the fact that if we were not talking on another app, we were talking on Tinder, but he really wanted to talk on Instagram. I don't have Instagram, so it's not possible. Then he said WhatsApp, but I don't want to give my personal number to people that I don't know. Maybe when we meet, if it goes well, okay, but not on Tinder. So we both really wanted to meet, but he said that we were just gonna meet if we were talking on WhatsApp. So we're not meeting. I understand that maybe he wanted to check if I'm a real person, I don't know, but he was not understanding that it's about privacy, so we're not meeting. Then there's this other guy. This is a bit annoying, but we matched like 2 years ago, I think, and we tried to meet and it didn't happen. And now we matched again and we're talking and we're trying to meet and it's not happening. And if it happened twice, like, maybe I'm gonna ask some other time, and if I don't see any motivation from his side, he's out. Like, I'm not wasting my time. And then there was this other guy who looked lovely, who looked like a really nice person, but maybe he was not the most beautiful person I've seen. But I'm trying to fight these instincts. Like, if someone is really pretty on the apps, it doesn't mean shit. But of course, I will be attracted to that. So I'm like, let me choose other kind of people. I don't want to say the ugliest, but maybe not the most pretty, because maybe the love of my life is ugly as and I want to make a video just about this sentence. So I'm like, let me try. And I was talking with this guy who must be lovely, but he was not the most looking person. Not saying that I'm the most looking person, but you know what I mean, hopefully. And he just stopped talking to me at some point, which was really humbling. Like, sometimes I need people to make me touch grass, even like a reality check, if you will. So I appreciate it. If you know, you know, if you're watching this. And the last person, there's this, I was gonna say the name, I cannot say names, but there's this person who we're trying to meet, but then the way we are communicating, it's taking forever to reply from his side and also from my side, I have to admit. So it's not working. So these Tinder situations are just special mentions, if you will. But yeah, long story short about all of this, I'm kind of tired of gay guys, and I'm gay, so I guess I can say it. So hopefully soon something will change, but for now, it just stresses me out. Like, there has to be some easier way to meet people, to connect with people, to get to know each other, because, or maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. Like what I was saying before, I have to be accountable and I have to be real with myself. Like, if there's a lot of problems around me, the common demin- the common dem- the, whoa! the common denominator is me. So maybe I'm the problem, which I will need to do some thinking about. But yeah, this is it. I hope this video is not too long. But thank you for watching. If you watch the whole thing, subscribe, like, all this stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you got to this point, I really appreciate it. And see you on the next one. Bye bye.